You are not seeing a ghost. I am back. I am him. I know. It's been a long 2 years. It's been a long 2 years. But we're not going to discuss my fears of life. We're not even going to go, we're not even going to even dive into that. We're here for a reason. One reason only. And if you're here, you're either here because I suck at life, or you're here because you're interested in the Virgin Voyages cruise. Either way, make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, and let's get into this.
You're now listening to Tokyo.
She said, take your time, let's do it. I said, baby, I'm a dog. She said, take your time, let's do it. I said, baby, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a money. I can smoke already, so party, I'm money. I think that's pretty baby, so I got your trust in. But I let my guard down for you. Tell her put my guard down for you. Tell her be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said take your time. I said baby I'm a dog. She said take your time.
We didn't get to eat at every restaurant on the ship, but we got, I want to say, 5 out of 7. Now, what we're going to do is rank all these restaurants on this list right here. So let's get into it. First up, we have Razzledazzle. Razzledazzle is a vegan restaurant, but they do serve non-vegan options. During this time, this is immediately after the sail away party. The sail away party is probably like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., something like that. So technically, it's a Razzledazzle by night. They do have 2 separate menus, one Razzledazzle and the other one is Razzledazzle by night. And as you can see, like, they're not messing around here, yo. Like, they're actually cooking. You see the chefs, they're cooking. They're not putting stuff in the refrigerator, pulling it out the freezer, they're not doing that. They're actually chefing it up. And as you can see on the menu, they have so many different things. But for our appetizer, we ordered the Old Bay wings. I didn't get any video of that, but we ordered the Old Bay wings and the bourbon maple glazed pork belly. And I did not get my pork belly. I was so pissed off. She gave me the wings instead, and my girlfriend ordered the wings. So I'm like, yo, like, I mean, they were good, but I wanted my pork belly. After completely demolishing those wings that I did not get any footage of, our main courses came out. As you can see here, I ordered the ribeye, and this came with a spiced sweet potato, tobacco onions, and this is all covered in a bourbon jus. My girlfriend, on the other hand, ended up getting the slow-cooked short lamb shank. This came with glazed baby vegetables, some type of cheese puree, under a red wine sauce. We actually ended up swapping because we both prefer each other's meals over our own. One thing I will say is just be mindful of when you're making your reservations, you know. Our orders did come out pretty slow, but it could have been a lot of reasons. You know, it was the first day, they probably had a lot of orders, and that's probably why they forgot my damn pork belly. But just be mindful of the time frames. Let's get into these desserts though. Razzledazzle, I was not pleased with the desserts at all. The vanilla bean creme brulee was too smoky, the s'mores was just basically pudding, and the rum apple cake was not it, but that cinnamon ice cream in that cake, get that. If you go to Razzledazzle, don't get none of the desserts. Ask for the cinnamon ice cream that comes with the rum apple cake, that's it. The s'mores is weak sauce, the creme brulee is weak sauce. Overall, Razzledazzle is a really good restaurant. I think the food was really great. You know, they have their options for everyone. But because of those desserts, I'm gonna throw them in the B tier. Next up, we have Razzledazzle. Now, this is Razzledazzle during their brunch options. I'm not gonna lie, I went a little stupid with this menu. But once again, they have options for everyone. Vegan, non-vegan, pescatarian, Republican, literally anyone. Now, I'm a little ashamed to say that everything that you're about to see is only for me. But first up, we have the mushroom tartare. Now, this came with a salsa verde and a house-made crostini. This thing was so delicious. You can tell the mushrooms were fresh. You could tell all the ingredients were fresh. The crostinis were freshly baked. And listen, if you go there, make sure you get this. This thing is elite. Next up, we have the acai bowl. Now, I'm a little biased because I used to live in Brazil, and that's where the acai berry is from. So every time I see an acai bowl, I gotta give it a try. And it's never on the same level, clearly. But this was very good. It was fresh. The berries were fresh. The granola was fresh. The bananas were fresh. So if you're into that, make sure you give it a try. Next up, we have the watermelon pizza. No, that's not what it's called, but that's what I call it, so that's what it's called. Now, this watermelon came with a house-made granola, frozen berries, and tofu cream. This thing was very refreshing, and it struck me by surprise because I don't like blackberries. But if you're on that ship, everything is still free. So make sure you're trying everything you can. So get this. All right, vegans, you had your time. Let's take a break. Here you see a malted buckwheat waffle with crushed pistachios, chantilly cream, and cherry maple syrup. I also got a side of scrambled eggs with cheese and maple candy bacon. I really love that mixture of sweet and salty from the bacon. So if you can eat bacon, make sure you try that. That was really delicious. Now what you're seeing now are the Pride churros. It was Pride month while we were there. And I wanted to get some churros. I'm a fat kid at heart. The churros came with ube ice cream, which was really delicious, and some type of strawberry sauce. And all I'm going to say is, good thing that Pride month is over and they took this off the menu, because this was not it at all. Next up, we have the blueberry green tea cheesecake. This is not cheese, nor is it cake. It's another vegan option. It looks extremely pretty, but yeah, B tier. Next up, we have the wait. Now, technically, there is no dress code on the ship in these restaurants, but come on, guys, this is a steakhouse. Let's not come straight from the pool in a thong bikini. Put some effort. I'm telling you, food is worth it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a carb monster. So when they came around saying, "Do you guys want bread?" I said, "Hell yeah!" The bread was so soft, it was buttery, and it came with some type of herb butter on the side. I didn't really like the butter, but the bread by itself was delicious. I want to get another one, but I was a little embarrassed. We pretty much ordered everything on the menu. We ordered the roasted bone marrow, clam chowder, filet mignon, New York strip, the shrimp and grits, and for our sides we ordered the brown buttered mushrooms, this green asparagus with some type of cheese sauce, and the twice baked potatoes. I actually ordered some béarnaise sauce for my steak, and it wasn't the traditional sauce. So if I were you, I would stay away from that. Maybe stick to some type of steak sauce, or I guess just eat straight up. The desserts at the wake were on a whole different level. First up, you see the coconut panna cotta, the apple tatin, and the baked Alaska. I thought all three of my desserts were pretty delicious, but if you had to choose one, go with the baked Alaska. It's not your traditional baked Alaska. This thing is fresh, it's creamy, it's fluffy. I'm just gonna let you experience it for yourself. We enjoyed the wait so much that we ended up doubling up and going back the next morning for brunch. At this point, I'm extremely bloated, extremely full. I've been eating for days. And I'm let me get some greens in me. So I ended up ordering the fennel and citrus salad. And this was refreshing, but it wasn't really for me. It had pomegranates, pistachios. It was cute, it was different, but I think I won't get it again. Brian, didn't you just say that you were bloated? And didn't you just have steak the night before? Obviously, I don't know when to stop, and I never learned my lesson, so here we are. In my eyes, the Wake is the best restaurant on the ship. It has so many different options. It's not just steak. So if you're not into steak, you can get fish, you can get chicken, you can get anything. With that being said, guys, we have our first S tier. Yeah, let's give it up. Here we have our first port day in Cozumel, Mexico. Now, I'm not going to do too much talking here. I'm just going to let you guys take it all in. And I know, it's not too much food in this scene, but it's an experience, guys. I want you to see what comes along with your trip. So let me shut up for a little bit.
All of these niggas be on you. I'm just saying I can be, yeah, one that you call and you talk to, girl. I'll share my world with you. If you're gonna waste your time, then waste your time with me. I mean, honestly, open your eyes and see. If you're gonna waste your time, you need to waste your time with me. You could have all the space, more than you need. There's no pressure, girl. If you got time to waste it, baby. Don't close your eyes to get away. Bang my line and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless.
Since we were still in Mexico, and it was Scarlet Night on the ship, which is the biggest party, where everyone wears red and just you do crazy things, my girlfriend wanted to have a salsa theme night. So we had reservations at Pink Agave, which is the Mexican restaurant on the ship. I was really excited because I've been doing my research for what I was going to order for quite some time before we went on the ship. So I already knew what I was getting. We ended up ordering the guacamole, the papas con chorizo, roasted corn and esquites, and also some seared shrimp. I thought everything was great except for the guacamole. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but the guacamole had pomegranate seeds in it, and I feel like that's a disgrace to all Mexicans. Like, I don't think anybody wants to see pomegranate seeds in the guacamole. For my main course, I ended up ordering the steak and cheese, and I think my body was just done with steak at this point because I did not finish this or like this at all. It's not their fault, it's my fault. So, and I'm like a kid, I couldn't finish my meal, but obviously I got dessert. Like, what do you thought this was? We ended up getting the bread pudding and a taco de chocolate. I thought the bread pudding was a little bit dry, so we didn't finish that, but the tacos, man, it was some type of like chocolate shell taco and a dulce de leche cream. Oh my, listen, order 2 of these. Make sure you order 2 of these because these were it. For me, Pink Agave wasn't special, but it wasn't bad at the same time, so I'm gonna put it in the B tier. We have another port day, and this one is at Bimini, Bahamas. Now, the beach at Bimini, Virgin does own this beach, so we will be eating some food in here. But in the meantime, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let you guys take it all in, and we'll come back when it's time to eat. At the beach club, all the food is still free. You're just paying for your alcoholic beverages. And I pretty much got everything on this menu. And I think the one thing that I really loved the best was the jerk chicken. I am going to say be careful because my girlfriend did get some type of food poisoning here. I didn't get it. But just be careful, don't get everything like I did. I'm a monster. Don't do that. Just be mindful of what you're getting. Last but not least, we have Extra Virgin. Extra Virgin is their Italian restaurant, and we ended up coming here last night, and it was extremely bittersweet. But for our apps, we ended up getting the crispy artichoke, the braised mini meatballs, and the fried calamari. I've never really had fried artichoke before. I've had like artichoke dip, but I wanted to give it a try, and this thing did not disappoint. I only really ate the petals. I wasn't 100% sure if I could eat the stem, but the petals with that sauce, man. The meatballs were meatballs, the calamari was calamari, but that artichoke definitely stole the show. For my main, I ended up getting the mushroom pappardelle, which was a new item, so I had to try it, as well as a gorgonzola crushed New York strip. What I will say is that my first 2 to 3 bites of this was amazing. And then the steak fatigue slapped me in the face, and the gorgonzola, that's a strong cheese, and I was kind of over it, so. It wasn't their fault. Once again, it's Ryan being Ryan. And to wrap up for dessert, we ended up getting the tableside affogato. Affogato? I forgot how to say it. I think we were just overwhelmed with all the desserts we had. We wanted to get something simple. And with that being said, Extra Virgin is a great restaurant, so we're gonna throw that in the A tier.
And if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And just to be fully transparent, Virgin Voyages is probably the best cruise line out there. It's fun, it's new, it's hip. And if you want to experience that for yourself, I highly suggest that you book with my travel agent. She was able to get us this amazing trip for, I think the original price was over $3,000. We paid half of that, guys. So if that's what you want to do, if you're into traveling throughout the summer, the information is in the description. Make sure you reach out to her. Maybe she can get you a little something extra, tell her that I sent you. With that being said, until we eat again, peace.